Welcome, welcome. Welcome again to another weekly Market Bites from Bailey Basnight Group at Seacoast Realty at Coldwell Banker. I've got Sherry Satterwhite with me today. She's got all the numbers. She's got a handful of
Got
numbers,
all the
and
statistics.
all I do is follow along with her. But anyway, we want to talk a little bit about last week, which was a great week
Oh,
down
it's a
here. My
great
gosh,
week.
weather was good, the humidity was low, and everybody that we know was here. It was a great.
Everybody.
Every,
I've never seen so much traffic
we had,
down here.
but you should be here this week because it's much nicer,
It's
easier to
very
get in the
nice.
restaurant. But it's very nice. It's
It's
nice to have
easy to
it.
show houses this week.
That's right. That's right. Last week we had all the family in town, and it was a lot of fun. And I hope everybody had as much fun as we did. Sherry, tell us a little bit about the market. We got some new market numbers, and from June, and I want to talk about that a little bit.
Okay. Do you want to start with what came on the market last week?
Yeah,
A little bit about
let's
that?
talk about that a little bit because last week was a busy week
It
from a
really
lot
was.
in the real estate business
hmm
too.
We had 55 new listings. That seemed like a lot last week.
That's just this county now.
Right. 62 houses pended last week. So it was a huge week. We were all working. We tried to stay home with our families, but it wasn't working as well as we thought it might.
Yeah, I actually pinned something on July 4th.
I know.
Man,
And then we had 9 coming soon. So it really was a tremendous
it's a good week.
We had seen things kind of in a slower start this year, but last week was a tremendous week all in all.
Yeah, inventory's picking up a little bit. There's a little bit of inventory building. Tell us a little bit about that. You got some numbers on that too.
I do. Year to date, I was listening to the numbers that came out for the state of North Carolina yesterday, and I believe the median house price was $429,000, and I wanted to see where we compared.
Right.
And for single family homes, the median price this year over last year is $500,000.
And that's Carteret County.
That's Carteret County, okay. As opposed to last year it was $428,000.
Wow.
So there is a big difference. The houses are staying on the market just a little bit longer.
Okay.
And then the condominiums, what we're seeing is year to date, those prices came down just slightly.
Okay.
They averaged about 3% lower in prices for a median of $432,000.
Okay.
And they're on the market twice as long. So last year they were on the market 12 days. This year it's taking about 23 days. So we're seeing that in general, I think, all across the board. But the condominiums are taking a lot longer to sell.
Okay, but the inventory, how many months of inventory have we got on hand? 4 months.
4 months.
Okay,
and that's fairly low. That's
a couple of years ago, it was 30 days.
Yeah,
it was no time. So, but balanced is considered
6
how many months? 6 months. Okay, so we're not quite balanced yet, but I guess it's still a little bit of a seller's market. Things are a little bit slower. Prices are still going up. So from a buyer standpoint, the interest rates are down about a point over the high 52-week high.
That's been a real positive. 6.4% to 7%. That feels a lot lower.
That feels a lot lower. It's been as high as 8%. Mm-hmm. But that I would tell you that buyers, the pricing is not going to come down. We don't see that coming down. Probably going to continue to go up. Mortgage rates are okay at 6%, 6.5%, somewhere in there. From a seller standpoint, it's still a good time to sell because it is a seller's market. We're still selling about 96%?
They're at 96%
of asking.
Sale to list. And tell them a little bit about what the tourism department told you today.
Yeah.
As far as the numbers of people coming and where they're coming from.
Yeah, it's interesting. Our tourism board told me that they've been advertising up the I-95 corridor where the median household income is way higher. I mean, he said double. I have a hard time believing, but that's what he said. double kind of what it is in our area. That means those people who come down here looking for a house or renting or buying
Right.
are much better. They've got a lot more income, and they're coming from a much higher priced area. Like say, you looked at one today in the McLean, Virginia, that was $34 million
I know.
house.
And
So
that's up that 95 corridor where they say people are
that's
coming.
right. So those people have a different perspective than we do down here who live here every day. So that bodes well for the sellers.
It does, and I think that's why the prices are, staying pretty, at the same rates. Again, the average down here was $500,000. We're not seeing that drop.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. So, I think it's a good time to buy. It's a good time to sell. We obviously do both sides, so we'd love to have that inventory. We'd also love to be able to help people find the perfect house. That's our job.
And I'll add one last little thing. If you're not in a market for a house, there are condominiums here that range in the low 300s right on up to over $1 million. So if a home is not within the reach, we have lots of condominiums that are much more affordable.
Yeah, you can get a oceanfront condominium with a great view. I just heard about one that sold recently. Ocean front beach view. I mean, it had a great beach view. $500,000. That's pretty good. That's
great.
That's a pretty good buy.
It certainly is.
So, anyway, we invite everybody to give us a call. We're here 7 days a week.
And as Jim said, it's quiet this week. Come see us.
See you next week.
Bye.